La Cabana represents everything Eduardo Sr. has dreamt about. But this dream is quickly turning into a nightmare. Obstacle after obstacle have been thrown in Eduardo's way, and his dream of opening his own restaurant is rapidly slipping away. The restaurant is in shambles, money is running out, and Eduardo Sr. is out of options. Restaurant Makeover is sending this chef,
oh yeah, they're hot, huh?
and this designer
Well, it's just not what I asked for.
to rescue La Cabana and help Eduardo keep his promise to his granddaughter to be a restaurant owner.
Come on in, man.
You sure this is the address?
I thought you already had demo day. What is this in here?
It looks like the Mexican police were here looking for the microchip or something.
No, this is bad news. This is this abandoned restaurant. This is not a restaurant.
Chef David Adjey trained at the prestigious Culinary Institute of America and is heading kitchens from New York to California and back to Toronto.
This is nothing. We could open anything here. It looks like a cross between a Greek-Mexican mistake.
Glen Peloso has spent the last 10 years working on over 200 design contracts through Europe and North America.
You know, a hodgepodge of furniture.
And really, my favorite part of all of this is this.
Opening soon? What opening soon when?
And everybody has a different idea of what soon is.
Like opening soon in a year? 6 months? I couldn't understand that. Well,
Wow.
you know what? It looks like they were searching for some wires. They found them.
See, that's what happens when you try to, when you try to dine and dash.
We're used to seeing holes in the walls, especially with Igor around. But to see a hole in the wall with the drywall actually on the inside, it looked like someone had sort of crawled through this hole from the hallway. You know, the one thing that is a glimmering bit of hope here is that it has absolutely no identity whatsoever. Oh, this looks like the kitchen down here. It was kind of like an archaeological dig. As you sort of peel back the layers, you could see the 70s, the 60s, the 50s.
It's not, harvest gold. A harvest gold fridge, I think that's always something that's important in a commercial fridge.
Nothing makes sense in this place. Let's go find the owners and get the real story, okay?
We make sense. If we find the owner, we have to give him a condolence card. Hey, I'm Glen.
Hi, I'm Eduardo. Nice to meet you.
David, what's
Eduardo,
up, Eduardo?
nice to meet you. No bad, no bad. Very happy to see this is my restaurant. You
Wow.
know, and I would like to invite you to have a seat.
Thank
right
you.
here.
That's very
For
kind.
yourself, David,
Thanks, man.
Glen.
So I don't know whether to feel happy for you or sad for you, but how did you end up with this place?
Well, you see, I've been working in Canada, for about 2 years, restaurant business.
Yeah.
And was all my dream to own my own place.
Here's a guy that has worked his entire life in the restaurant and now finally gets a chance to have his own.
And I got the support of my family, wife, kids, grandkids.
Big family?
Big family. So my family is helping me out, emotionally and economically. My granddaughter came to me and say, Tata, because they call me Tata, they don't call me Grandpa, I say, yes, Mama Linda, like little sweetheart, She goes to me, Tata, no worry, I will help you, I will work with you, and you don't have to pay me for it.
Oh, that's sweet.
My granddaughter, to be working beside me, Also my dream, too.
It was a restaurant before.
Before was a restaurant, yeah, Mexican, too.
Oh, so it was a Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant
also,
before?
yes. Mhm.
You leased the restaurant. Are you Mexican?
No, I am originally from Peru. We got a break into the restaurant about 2 weeks ago, something like that, 2, 3 weeks ago. That's why delay my working to open the place. That's why I came to you guys to ask you for help.
The restaurant has been closed, it's been broken into, and we have to sort of change the spirit of the place into something that's incredible. You were figuring to be open sooner, and then once you were broken into, it made it much more difficult to get it done.
Yes.
Well, hopefully the two of us won't be 2 more problems, we'll be 2 solutions, which will help you out. So your thought is that this is going to be sort of the dining room.
Yes, this is one of the going to be the main dining room.
The picture of Mexico, Greece, or where is that?
Right from the beginning, this restaurant used to be a Greek place.
Yeah, the mural in the back, it's like carbon dating for restaurants. And that mural definitely said Greece.
Let me show you around the bar. You know, when I walk in, you know, I got to like the design of the bar.
Do I have to like it too? I think we've seen what we need to see. I think we can work with it. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I'm doing a mental calculation here. This is a lot of work. You know, to give you the restaurant of your dreams, I mean, it's a lot of work. I'm just not 100% yet.
So David and I decide that we have to have some money talk, and Eduardo says, would you please come to my home? Which is a little bit unusual for the way that things normally go, but sure, what the heck. We're going out to his house?
What's this about he doesn't have the check here?
I would like them first to meet my family.
We have to meet his family to pick up a check? I don't know about that.
Well, you know what, if they're all as nice as he is, it should be a pretty nice thing.
Before I lend them the money to see how important is my family for me to be part of the business and to run the business on the proper way.
So it's nice that we got to come and meet all of your family. As you know, the way that the show works is that Restaurant Makeover will match dollar for dollar up to a maximum of $30,000.
Everyone's sitting around and it's like, kind of nervous. Like it's like passing judgment on us and trying to, you know, check us out.
David and I chatted about what it is that we need to do, and I think that the appropriate thing is for you to write us a check for $15,000, if that's okay.
Yeah, I will do that, you know. I would like to also thanks very much to landlady of the building, Catherine Mobosos, who is renting me the place because she is going to help me with the economically.
The landlord is coming up with the money. Eduardo doesn't have the dough.
And now after all this,
I'm so proud of him. Like, he's had this dream. Like, when I was little, I'd always talk about how I wanted to work with him when he got his own restaurant, only when he got his own restaurant, because I wanted to be bossed around by him, you know? Because he's my grandfather, and I know how he is, so it's just amazing. I love him.
That's great.
And Vanessa's got an upcoming birthday.
It seems like they just keep coming. Like bombs just keep dropping. Vanessa's birthday?
If we can get the restaurant open before that birthday, that would be great.
So I have to support the family, we have to give a birthday present to Vanessa, we have to make sure that the landlord's not let down, and we have to make his dreams come true.
Yeah, restaurant of his dreams.
It's just 6 days. It does create a lot of pressure in order to be able to accomplish that.
Glen, there is the check for $15,008.
$15,000. I mean, really, does that create any stress? Welcome to Restaurant Makeover.
Thank you very much.
No, none whatsoever.
Thank you, Glenn, so much.
Pleasure. Calista?
Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.
The restaurant has been closed, it's been broken into, and we have to sort of change the spirit of the place into something that's incredible. It does add a kind of pressure for me to be able to create something that's his dream.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
You know, the word Mexican came out of his mouth a couple times.
Mexico, Mexican in Mexico.
And I just wanted to make sure it's Latin. Can we bring Eduardo's Peruvian culture, his Peruvian heritage into this restaurant and have something for me to work with there?
Top designer Glen Peloso and executive chef David Adjey have accepted the challenge of rescuing La Cabana and owner Eduardo Sr.'s dream of finally owning his own restaurant. Now, Glen has to come up with a plan that completely redefines the restaurant.
So what I did was I actually ordered this chair style.
And David has to do the same with the cuisine. He needs to create an entirely new menu from scratch. The team has 6 days.
I'm on destructive mood. Demo day. This is my new demolition tool. Bad tool.
So the idea is to really not give it a, you know, a real Mexican feel, but to give it sort of a fusion, an urban sort of place. There is a possibility to do something really themed that is right like a trip into Mexico. However, we're not in Mexico. The design elements that are in Peru and the design elements that are part of Mexico are not horribly dissimilar. It's really more distinguished in terms of flavors and in taste. We'll go with this sort of wheat-colored paint color, which originally I'd taken from the fridge. The Golden Harvest fridge, which is, you know, a beautiful piece of retro refrigeration. It is ugly. Needs to go. And then in the front dining room, what I'm thinking is that we'll have some banquette seating, some tables and chairs. So what I did was I actually ordered this chair style, and I had it stained like this.
You know me, bolder is better.
And then I'm going to use these different fabrics on the seats.
I love the boldness of the colors, especially the chair.
We'll move into the kitchen section, which will be a shorter version, but it'll be the kitchen right open, right to a service bar. Sort of a one-man band if he needs to be. He can run the whole thing by himself, have cash, the bar, cooking, all of that happening right here. Most of it will be done in stainless steel, so it has a very slick kind of look.
The kitchen is going to glimmer with stainless steel.
And then in the back dining room, we'll have banquettes along the far wall. And then we'll continue that same sort of lighting feature down the back section. This is a wall sconce, so that we'll have some wall sconces on the side. And that way, when you come in, it's really focused on the kitchen and him being the show.
You're going to clean the kitchen up and make sort of that the focal point, make Eduardo the focal point. You know, this space, usually that sort of alleyway is that high traffic zone that people are coming through. But if Eduardo's in the kitchen and he's cooking, these are the prized tables right in here. Those tables right in the busiest alley are gonna be where all the action is. This is almost his
Chef's table.
Almost his chef's table. You know, the word Mexican came out of his mouth a couple times.
Mexican in Mexico.
And I just wanted to make sure it's Latin. Can we bring Eduardo's Peruvian culture, his Peruvian heritage into this restaurant?
And then the back wall, I have to get rid of that picture of wherever that is. And, but there's two rads back there, so I have to somehow cover it, but I have to come up with some way that's somewhat clever because I can't block it off.
That's probably the hardest challenge, is try to figure out the rads.
And I think it'll have a much more interesting place than, well, he ever thought about.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, Eduardo.
How are you, Glen?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good.
Hey, baby. How are
What's
you?
up,
Nice
man?
to see you. No, man.
How are you feeling?
A little nervous.
Yeah. Well, don't be too nervous, but we had to wreck it. But honestly, I think it looks better than when they did the break-in. Now it's sort of like we broke in but cleaned it up a
Do
bit.
you think so? Won't be any hard feeling for me to see
Nah,
you
come
now?
on, come
No,
on.
it'll be fine,
Get in,
hopefully.
hey, come on. Get in.
Whoa. Wow.
I know you liked the bar, so I had it delivered to your house. I didn't like it.
I thought was going to be worse.
Good. Well, I suppose after a break-in, what could get worse?
You need to go. You need to keep positive. Go out that door.
No, it's gonna be good. As soon as I figure out what I'm doing. I'm kidding. So go home and enjoy some margaritas.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Yeah, kind of. Now we just have to figure out what kind of restaurant we're going to give him.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
This ceiling tile would be not the one we talked about.
Yeah, would be not the one we talked about. They were out of stock.
The tiles that I originally suggested would be the ones that should go in there, which are easily paintable, aren't the ones that are currently up.
La Cabana is completely demolished, and it looks better than ever. Now, top designer Glen Peloso has to come through with a restaurant that gives Eduardo Sr. a fighting chance to be a successful owner.
How about I'm not gonna template it for them? I'll give them exact dimensions.
Either way.
And executive chef David Adjey has to create a menu which represents Eduardo's Peruvian roots, instead of defaulting to make it just another Mexican restaurant. The team is down to 5
Cook
days.
your onions, tomatoes, everything down.
Yeah, down.
Well, it's the first day of construction, and clearly things are going exceptionally well. Or are they going exceptionally well?
It's just the first day of construction.
I know it's unconventional to bring a restaurateur into a chef's lair, into my own home. Eduardo.
Hey, how are you?
Listen, I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you.
I didn't want you cooking at your restaurant. It was a mess. You're gonna come into my home. But I thought it was appropriate. I was at Eduardo's house. You might as well come to my house. And you know what? I went to market today too. I got some Peruvian ingredients, and I'm not going to teach you Peruvian food. I want you to teach me some Peruvian food. Mexican is just not the way to go. So let's get in the kitchen, okay?
But what about it? I will please you.
The bar is starting to be framed up, which is great. The ceiling has been demolished and been reinstalled with a new ceiling. Quick question.
Jump over. Yeah.
This ceiling tile would be not the one we talked about.
Yeah, it would be not the one we talked about. They were out of stock.
The tiles that I originally suggested would be the ones that should go in there, which are easily paintable, aren't the ones that are currently up.
What's wrong with this ceiling tile? It looks very flat.
It was very difficult to paint.
It's not paintable. It's painted. It's done. It's finished. It saves us time. Is it really that dramatic to paint the ceiling?
Well, it's not so dramatic to paint the ceiling. I mean, it's an interesting look to watch somebody paint it, and color would have been a good thing, but I'll live with what's there.
What I saw in the drawing was off-white color.
Well, it's just not what I asked for, but, you know, hey.
Is that the first time you're not getting what you asked for?
No, it's
So
not
here
my
you
life
go.
is
You
like
should
that.
be. Yeah.
I want to see your first dish. What is that dish called?
Okay, that call it seco de carne. Well, I'm cooking seco de carne, very traditional Peruvian dish.
So this is a stew.
A stew, yeah.
So this one you said you've eaten for a long time.
Oh yeah, since I've been born. After you do all the chopping, you know, you put it right in the pot.
We've lowered the heat.
Yes.
We're
Right.
gonna cook the onions, tomatoes, everything down. I see a bit of this orange, almost like a.
Like a saffron.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now we put the meat, David. This
Looks like stewing beef?
Stewing beef.
I know that there is a Peruvian wild man. There's a Peruvian chef underneath these layers. I have to peel it back for him. I like it. I like where
You
you're
will
going with
love
this.
it. You will love it.
I have to convince him Peruvian is the way to go. This smells great. It's great. It's straightforward. This is his showstopper.
This is seco de carne.
I like the heat that's in there right now, but I'd love a little condiment on the side. I'd love a hot sauce. But this is really the magic of the dish. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to taste real, and that food tastes real to me.
The radiators in La Cabana are a problem, so I have to come up with some way of hiding them, but still leaving them open enough that I can allow the heat to emanate from the heat source. So I go to Tryman, I tell them what my problem is, and see if they can offer me some sort of solution that I'm going to be happy with aesthetically. Hey, Paul.
Fine.
Thanks for seeing me so fast.
Anytime.
So I know you talked to Chris, because what I'm doing is a restaurant concept, but on the back wall there are two rads and there's this big HVAC pipe that comes through the middle
Ugly.
of it. It's horrible. This is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's good. It'll work. It'll work really well.
They show me this basket weave, and it looks hot.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's what you want.
Do the bar front or something like that?
Absolutely.
Or else you're going to be able to use that same detail other places in the bar, and I think it's going to look really, really sweet.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
And I heard there was a problem with one of the lights?
Sorry about it. I kicked it from a scaffold.
I've taken one of the floor models, which means that probably there isn't another one.
Top designer Glen Peloso and executive chef David Adjey have a lot of expectations to meet. Not only do they have to help Eduardo Sr. fulfill a lifelong dream of being a restaurant owner, they also have his entire family to not disappoint as well. How's it going at La Cabana? Well, Glen has a ceiling he didn't order, a massive pipe to hide, and an entire gutted restaurant to finish. And David Adjey has to convince Eduardo that he shouldn't be cooking Mexican, but in fact his own cuisine, Peruvian.
I have to convince him Peruvian is the way to go.
Well, it's another day of construction. It should be brilliant, but I just heard about my lights. Hey, Leo, how's it going?
Good.
And I heard there was a problem with one of the lights?
Just one shadow has broken. Sorry about it. I kicked it from a scaffold, so it falls down and now it's broken.
You just kicked it off and fell down and broke.
Yeah.
You know, he's sorry, but it doesn't really help me much because it's the floor model. What's supposed to happen is that the designer is supposed to take the crew and kind of bust their balls. The crew is not supposed to bust my lights. I've taken one of the floor models, which means that probably there isn't another one.
I'm so sorry, really.
That's okay. Now I have to drive to Union Lighting to either figure out if I can get another light, or if I can make another choice, or if there is two of something else that I can use. I'm not having a good day.
Okay, David, now this is going to be my second dish. It's called ceviche.
Well, I know ceviche. How's it different in Peru than anywhere else?
We only use tile grouper, okay, garlic, which you will see. This is the fish, and the most important thing, lemon juice.
So no oil?
No oil at all.
Didn't know that there wasn't the addition of oil. It's straightforward citrus and the onions.
No oil at all.
Okay.
That is the difference between the Peruvian ceviche and the other country ceviche.
No one's gonna know what the difference between regular ceviche and Peruvian ceviche is. And I think it's a great dish for you to come out of the kitchen and talk to people about it and maybe serve it tableside.
Yeah.
He has to make it in the dining room, he has to make it for his guests, and it has to be tableside.
I get to Union Lighting, chatting with Robert, great guy, and I'm like, dude, I need another one of these lights. He says, oh yeah, no problem.
How fast do you need it?
Well, can it be here in 20 minutes?
No.
Okay. Can it be here tomorrow?
No.
No. That's not the answer I'm looking for.
When do you need it for?
I need it right away. I open in 2 days. I need them now, but they come in from the States.
Take probably about 2 to 3 weeks.
Can't do 2 to 3 weeks. He's gonna see what he can do.
You want to try something else?
There's so much seeing what people can do going on here. Can you call them and beg? Do you want me to call them and beg?
No, it's okay. I'll do it. I'll call
You'll
them
call
back
them
for you. Yeah.
Okay. I might just have to call Eduardo and say, hey, can I buy a day or two? Can we open just a little bit later? Thank you.
Not a problem.
I'll wait for your call. I'll sit by the phone. I'll stay up all night.
Good, you do that.
Don't mess it up.
Okay, will do.
Every chef has something up their sleeve. You know what's making me crazy? There is no menu. Okay? You don't have a menu. You can cook any food you want from here. Before Restaurant Makeover came, you thought you were going to open a Mexican restaurant. Right. It's now up to me to convince you to open a Peruvian restaurant.
This is sweet potatoes. This is cilantro,
Okay.
coriander.
Yeah, coriander, cilantro,
yeah.
beautiful. I love that.
You know?
Whatever's in his wife's cilantro puree with that something that puts in there, that's his magic ingredient. No, I don't want to see this family style. I want to see it restaurant style.
Okay.
Make me restaurant style. Make
All
it
right.
beautiful.
Now, the ceviche is ready to go. Okay?
Beautiful.
There is mayo. There is
That's
mayo
mild.
way.
I want. What are you gonna eat? How much are you gonna have?
There you are.
The flavor's great there. Super simple and yummy.
This is a ceviche.
Oh yeah, they're hot, huh?
Eh.
I see why. I was going, why does he put so much potatoes on? I know why you put the potatoes on, because the only thing that cool your
Cool it
mouth
down,
off.
yeah.
On that street with that many restaurants, you just need something that makes you unique. And you say, you know, friends and people that you've known open Peruvian restaurants, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because it wasn't any good. The reason why your restaurant, being Peruvian, will work is because it's good.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
The fridge is in. Let me plug it in. It's gonna sit for a while, then we'll plug it in tomorrow. But the prep table doesn't fit.
I can't give Eduardo a restaurant that has no chairs. That's called a bar.
La Cabana is no longer anything like it was before Restaurant Makeover got there. The problem is that right now it's not, well, anything. Construction is still going full tilt and time is running out. Top designer Glen Peloso has to get this job done or risk disappointing not just Eduardo Sr., but his entire family. And in the kitchen, David Adjey is just about to show what his take on Peruvian food looks like.
It's another day of construction. It's going pretty well. We're getting there. The floor is lovely, ceiling's not bad, the bar is shaped. It's going pretty good. We had some problems with the wall. You did a good job, and it looks great. You finished it perfectly. What happened, originally Glen designed the wall to have the texture, but then he changed his mind. He designed it to go flat, so we added drywall, and it brought ½ inch out. So now we have to chisel through the wall to get your countertop in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chisel it.
Eduardo, I want you to put this apron on. Here I am, put to the test again. I'm cooking Peruvian food. You know, what do? I go to the market. I go to the experts. I'm in the market, and I'm holding a pack of kaiwa. I went to my Latin market and asked for Peruvian ingredients. And she pointed this out, and I was like, wow. It looks like a pod, a seed pod from a plant, right? It's actually a milkweed pod. Typically meat and cheese, it's stuffed with.
He decided to cook it with some chorizo sausages.
So, Eduardo, I got a little of that beautiful sausage.
Yes.
Okay, you keep stirring that for me.
The fridge is in. Let me plug it in. It's gonna sit for a while, then we'll plug it in tomorrow. But the prep table doesn't fit.
Really happy that there's a fridge, but there's a bit of a problem because the table now doesn't fit in the space that it was supposed to fit in because the fridge is new.
It was supposed to go this way.
Yes.
We shifted the whole line all the way to the entrance.
So let's put it along this back wall. That'll give clearance for the door to swing.
Sort of my fault, didn't plan exactly on the dimensions of this new fridge.
But they were supposed to have about a foot of countertop in between the steam table and the fridge.
And now there's not?
No.
You're gonna get a bit of cilantro. Beautiful. Oh, so we gotta scoop this out, right? Okay, beautiful. Look at this. That's great. What the traditional way would be to close it up. And that's just fresh cheese. You have a fresh cheese?
Queso fresco.
And you have one in Peru, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I got about 475. I want to see that cheese melt.
If you can cut this, then they will have more on
We'll
this
cut
side.
this down to fit on this side, and we'll take that back to the shop tonight, get that cut down, and have it back to you right away.
You know, no trip to the market is complete without a little bit of pork rinds for me. My favorite.
Yeah, this is chicharrón.
Right, which is what?
Yeah, it's a skin pork.
No, pork fry, deep fried pork rinds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grind up, and I got a little secret. I'm gonna put it on top. Smells absolutely wonderful.
Typical new, with my country ingredients. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, isn't that what it's supposed to be about?
Yeah, beautiful.
Kaiwa rellena.
Believe me, was very nice. Very nice, like for an appetizer on a restaurant. I loved it.
It's not expensive. You saw how fast it was to put together. It's original. It's you.
Yeah.
And it's Peruvian. Well, a bit of a stretch.
I arrive at the restaurant, walk in, and I'm expecting to see the chairs. They're not here. I make a phone call and I'm panicked. Where are my chairs? Where are my chairs? Where are my chairs? I'm only getting the answering machine.
You've reached Claudio at extension 30.
Pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. I finally pull out the purchase order to have a look at it, and the date says on it says that they're not supposed to be delivered for 2 weeks. So I just keep calling and I keep getting the answering machine.
Thank you for calling Sitcom.
Hey, Claudio, it's Glen.
Thank you for calling Sitcom. 1 moment, please.
I'm gonna go up there. I gotta figure this out. I've gotta figure it out now. I can't give Eduardo a restaurant that has no chairs. That's called a bar. I go up to Sitconf. I speak to Claudio. He's a sweet guy, and he's always come through for me. The deal is I kind of messed up. I mean, I know that the order says that they're supposed to be there in 2 weeks, but it's wrong. It's 2 days.
Yeah. So you want me to do what I have to do in 2 weeks in 2 days now?
Yeah. The problem is that what I need is a custom stained chair with a customed upholstery, and I've given him 2 days. I was hoping that it would be in a blue stain.
You want the wood to be blue?
Yeah. He's a great guy. I mean, I begged. How do I make
That's a marriage proposal, not a beg.
Okay.
Both knees.
how do I make this happen?
All right.
Caesar.
That's right. Thanks. All right.
But I don't know what he can do. I mean, he's not a magician. He's a manufacturer.
We'll get it done. We always
think
do.
you can?
Yeah, I think I can.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
I phoned Igor at 3 o'clock in the morning.
He actually asked me to refurbish the old chairs.
I really can't open a restaurant that has no chairs. I'm stressed about this.
Eduardo Sr. is stoked with executive chef David Adjey's first dish. It's an inexpensive, easy Peruvian dish that captures exactly what Eduardo wants for his restaurant. And now for his restaurant. The crew is dealing with the usual stresses of things not fitting, tight deadlines, and broken fixtures. But top designer Glen Peloso has decided to escalate the stress to a whole new level. He's misdated the order on the chairs. They're not supposed to arrive for another 2 weeks. The reveal is in 2 days.
It's the day before the reveal, and last night we finally got the shade, came.
I gotta tell you, Robert from Union Lighting clearly is a wizard. I don't know who he called or what he did, but all of a sudden, in a very short space of time, this light fixture is hanging up.
Then we try to work out the details on the back wall, and of course we have problems. The floor is out of level, it goes down, then it goes up.
I want to do fish. There's so much coastline in Peru. Eduardo at first was 100% Mexican restaurant. And I wanted to do like a traditional fish stew. I think slowly I've chipped it away bit by bit, and I now hear it in his voice that even if he goes with a basic Mexican menu, your menu should be small because your food should be fresh. There's going to be those strongholds of Peruvian food on this menu.
So it's the middle of the night, I'm having a perfectly nice sleep, and all of a sudden I'm having a nightmare about this people standing up in a restaurant, and I wake up and I have sort of, a slight panic attack. I phoned Igor at 3 o'clock in the morning.
He actually asked me to refurbish the old chairs.
I'm like, dude, is there anything that we can do to refurbish the chairs that are there?
I refurbished the chair.
He takes me over to show me how he's refurbished the chair.
What do you think? Matches. Same color palette that you have in here.
I look at it and that's exactly what I think, matches.
I knew it. Perfect.
Matches.
So I'm gonna finish them all like that.
And it sucks. It's terrible. It's clearly a joke. Matches or a torch, either way, they'll work for me. However you want to light that on fire is entirely up to you.
I'm gonna start off with some olive oil. I want to layer the flavors. I washed off some beautiful little tiny clams. You got some shrimps. When I'm in the kitchen, I want to go 100 miles an hour. I want to be fast. Everything's got to be fast. Tile fish in here. Now we cook low. Peruvian food has a cadence to it that is slow and enjoyed. The art of making it is really, it comes out in the food. Corn husk. And I was thinking just maybe a little bit of that smoked pork.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, where are we with that? Very light. I'm gonna steam some tamale on top of that. You know what? We'll cover it. Very slow. Get a little bit of steam going on that.
The lights are up and they're looking sweet. The lattice work that I designed is now being installed and it's looking really good. The countertops are in. It's actually looking quite good. On the other hand, I really can't open a restaurant that has no chairs. I'm stressed about this.
Finally, we got the table from Chris. He made it a half a day earlier than he promised, but it's done, it's here, so we're ready to put it in. Perfect. It's done. The door's open.
Oh, that smells
Starting
good.
to look good.
Now, As you know, I don't know what the heck to call this.
David, let me tell you, then we can call this dish, mariscos a la huancaína.
Wow. Now that sounds, I'd add an extra $2 on the menu price just the way that sounds. Mariscos a la huancaína. Beautiful fish stew. Mariscos a la huancaína. Wow. Your wife's magic ingredient, whatever it is, makes that, oh.
Very nice.
I think that's it. That's a great dish. I got my last dish to show you, and I don't even know what it is. So I'm gonna need your help.
I name it.
Now, I wanted to cover all the bases with you. We did the earth with a little bit of pork, right?
Yes.
We did the sea, so some fish, shellfish, clams.
Right.
And we're gonna do the sky with the chicken, okay? Let's get the heat on there. So we got two beautiful supremes of chicken. I'm gonna start these skin side down. And I took your staple like onion, tomatoes, cilantro, barley.
Barley cebada.
I'm hoping to have this sort of stew-like quality to it. I think that your food has got to be comfort.
The chicken with the barley is going to be something new for me too also. Eh?
Yeah, listen, it's going to be something new for me too, okay? Look, do you see anything that's familiar in here?
Conjoli, chile rojo, chile negro.
She said toasted and release some of the flavors.
That
Put some stock in here. Smells good. Whoa, hear that.
Like a Spanish paprika.
Yeah, it's achiote.
Yeah.
I'd say because it's just chicken breast, I wouldn't go more than 15, maybe 18 minutes in the oven. We'll braise it, we're gonna clean up, we're gonna eat this dish, and I'm gonna give you some words of wisdom, okay? Pollo a la cebada. That is beautiful. It's like a sunset in Peru right there.
The magic sauce.
The magic sauce.
Let me taste it.
Isn't it neat? It's just such a really amazing taste. That spice sack in there. I'd serve this dish in any one of my restaurants. What I need to know is, have I convinced you to go Peruvian?
I will try. I know we'll try. I will put the Peruvian dishes on the specials, the daily specials.
Beautiful. Well,
Yeah,
that's what I need to hear.
I will focus on that.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey,
buddy?
good.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
smiling, that's a good thing.
I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay.
Good news is I'm here.
Yes.
Bad news is the chairs didn't make it.
No, tell me that's not true. I want to kill him because I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So, where are we at La Cabana? Well, Executive Chef David Adjey has finished cooking his take on Peruvian dishes. And although Eduardo is truly impressed and enjoyed the food, he doesn't think the world is ready for Peruvian food. At least, not without some Mexican dishes thrown in as well.
Try. I will put the Peruvian dishes on the specials, the daily specials.
And in the front of the house, Igor and his crew have turned most of Glen's plans into reality. One small sticking point, though, the restaurant still has no chairs.
You know, there's really kind of an odd pressure on me with this one. I mean, it's Eduardo's dream. It's Vanessa's birthday. The landlord gave him the money to be able to do this space. The space had been broken into before he was going to open it. And now, Eduardo is going to open a restaurant with no chairs. I can't do that.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey,
buddy?
good.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
smiling, that's a good thing.
I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay.
Good news is I'm here.
Yes.
Bad news is the chairs didn't make it.
No, tell me that's not true. I want to kill him because I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, no. Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
You're
We
just
got him
kidding.
done.
I hate you,
Yeah.
and I love you all at the
Thanks.
same time, man.
My pleasure.
I can't tell you how I stressed about that. And then he's just bugging me. They're all here, and they're brilliant. Are they in the truck?
Yeah, they're in the truck. Let's go get them.
I love you like a brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Can't believe he got them done that quickly.
Well, you've done it again. It looks great.
It looks okay, I think so. It does. I mean, I might fix that little bit of hair at the front. Yeah, now it looks awesome, you're right, yeah. Yeah, but it's good. So I guess we should go get him, eh?
Let's go get him.
The restaurant looks good, too.
But yeah, the restaurant's good.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, Eduardo,
how are
welcome.
you?
Excited to come back?
Nice to see you. Well, you see how I am?
Yeah, I know. Because the last thing was we really didn't have enough time, so we're not done. Can you come back next week?
Excuse me, who's going to pay my bills?
Oh, let's go in.
Okay.
We'll open it as it is.
Thank you.
Okay, come in. That's right up here. Come on in. So this is the first little bit of your restaurant. He walks in, stands at the door, he sort of doesn't say anything. I don't know what he's thinking, if he's really happy.
Something unreal for me. Very, very impressed. Simple, but elegant. Beautiful, beautiful.
Does it feel like Mexico or Peru? Or a little of both?
A little both.
So we have this little front space here, which is where people can come in and, maybe wait for their takeout, or they can sit down and have something to eat. This is where you're really gonna have to be a showman in the center section here, because you have the open bar, open kitchen. And then we did a bit of a bar detail, so that you have an open section here for your bar, and then right into your kitchen.
Wanted to turn it into a real Peru-Mexican bar.
Exactly, per Mexican bar, right. It's got you some new floors, a new bar fridge, some sinks, some countertops.
Wow. Look at that. See, it all has to be stainless steel, beautiful, clean.
You done something good.
Got rid of those radiators, took away the trip I took away my vacation in Greece and turned it into something a little warmer.
Yeah.
So you have all this kind of seating sections, some banquettes, some new art, new lights, just to make it look a little bit more fun. Lots of color, because you kept telling me you wanted color. Well, they're fun.
Customers are coming in a matter of seconds.
Yes.
I'm gonna get in the kitchen, start prepping, okay? So,
Will
why don't you take a look at the back?
If you need any help, let me know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen, I'm gonna let you know.
Wow. Oh my God, look at this place. I'm good, and you? Oh.
Nice to see you. Hi, sweetie.
Where's the big grease picture? It's gone.
That's what they were mentioning about,
Oh my
There's no more the Greek picture there.
It's
now it's real.
amazing.
Kathy, love it.
Hi, I'm Glen.
I'm sorry. Hi,
Glen.
Glen. How are
Apparently
you?
you're the young lady who paid for all this.
Yes, I am.
We gotta love you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Catherine, who ultimately financed the whole restaurant makeover, who seemed to be perfectly delighted. I mean, she grew up in this space and was really, really pleased with how it looked.
Thank you very much.
This was my assistant.
Yes.
Thank you.
Look at this.
This is nice. Very nice. Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was bad, but now it's beautiful.
Happy birthday, Pumpkin. I did all this for your birthday. Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
The chicken.
God.
Wow. This is way different than before.
Look at that. I want to see it because the skin's got to be crispy.
Good.
Instantly, that smells good. I'm gonna go, and you hit me with some olive oil. What is it? Chibata?
Cebada.
Cevada. Okay, come in behind me and put them up. There you go. Look it. It matches the restaurant.
Out of the common taste in my country, pollo a la cebada.
And this is a Peruvian toasted barley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing Mexican about it.
And nothing to do with it, eh?
Wow.
You like it?
Good.
Good? Good.
Annatto seed.
Yeah.
Right, the secret sauce.
Chile negro, chile rojo.
But give me sausage and cheese first, and I'm gonna get a pan clean so we can put these in. Oh yeah. Here we go. It's beautiful. Your presentation has got to be there. So put it up.
Is he infamous pork rinds?
Eduardo is the official menu namer. I don't know how to say it. So this dish is called, what's the name of this one?
Caigua rellena.
Oh, it smells fantastic. It's actually great. One of the really nice things was that not only were we able to give Eduardo part of his dream to make his restaurant come true, but we also managed to give Vanessa a pretty extraordinary birthday.
Vanessa, my honey, this is on behalf of your grandpa for your 15th birthday and also for the opening of the place that you, on a meaning of your word, forced me to do. Yeah. Find a place to open a restaurant.
Great restaurants are about a unity and a passion. And Eduardo has that with his family. To see Vanessa sitting there and her birthday, his son, the grandkids, everyone has come together and will make sure that Eduardo is a success at this restaurant.
Happy birthday, honey.
I hope your wish wasn't that you got the weekends off.
Nice and soft. Very smooth. Soft and